It's Couched with Carson Kressley, the world's first interior design talk show. Brought to you by the High Point Furniture Market. Our designer guests include Corey Damen Jenkins and author and designer master Janie Molster. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Carson!
Everybody, hello. Hi. Oh, look at all you gorgeous people. Thank you. Give it up for Roy and Cookie. Yes, the best band in the design talk show business, everybody. Did you like how I popped out from the fabric swatches? It was like, you were at a showroom and suddenly someone just appeared. Thank you for coming today to Couched. This is the design show that I wanted to do because I love interior design, I love furniture, I love fabric, I love all those things, and I wanted to find out more about it and pick the brains of all of these design professionals that I admire. You know, when I get a magazine and I see like a gorgeous house, I'm like, who did this? And then I see the name and then I stalk them on Instagram and then eventually I get them right here on Couch. So you guys are going to get a little inside scoop, hopefully be inspired, learn a little something, maybe have a laugh or two. So thanks for tuning in and let's get it started, shall we? Walk very slowly because there's music and okay, are you guys ready for our first guest here on Couch Season 2? Thank you so much. So our first guest is an AD 100 interior designer. That's a really big thing. He's on the Elle Decor A-list. He's been featured in the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times. And also, near to my heart, he was the winner of HGTV's Show House Showdown. Please give a big couched welcome to our first guest, Corey Damen Jenkins. Hi, Corey. Come on up here. Oh, that felt really good. Okay, thank you. I don't like to hug too long because it becomes inappropriate, but that was a good hug.
That was a good hug.
So, and thank you for that. How great is the band?
They are amazing.
Yeah, a little bit of jazz makes everything better when you're walking around.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I just play it in my house and I just walk around and sit on my lip sofa.
No, they are fantastic.
So, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You look so dapper. Look at those. Is that like a Glen plaid?
I don't know.
Or a Glenn Close plaid? I don't know. It's one of them. But you look amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for keeping up with you.
Yeah, I try, but, takes a village. So I want to know about this thing because I read about famous designers. I love the Gucci frames, by the way.
Thank you.
Those are so good. But when you talk about the AD 100, enlighten us and me because, there's a picture. I don't really know what the AD 100 is. I know it's Architectural Digest,
right,
and I know it's very accomplished people, but how do you get to be on that?
I don't know.
It's that mysterious.
It's mysterious. It's like, so think of it like the Academy Awards, right? So you have like an academy, basically, people who are working behind the scenes at Architectural Digest, editors who are looking and scouring the world for talent, and they select 100 architects, interior designers, and landscape architects from around the planet to give them this very prestigious honor.
So it's worldwide.
Yeah.
So you're like the top 100 in the world.
Well, I will let other people say that.
Do they rank you, or they just say you're somewhere in this 100?
Just somewhere in that 100.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's. Otherwise, it could be like you're 98.
99.
You'd be like, why you meant that one? That's great. And was that this year?
That was this year.
So that's like getting a big endorsement.
Yeah, it's like the Oscars in a way.
Right, and then people say, wow, he's really good.
I hope so.
How did you start in this business?
Oh, well, I launched my business in 2009 during the Great Recession. And
I remember that.
Yeah,
that was annoying.
That was annoying. And I decided I was going to give it a shot to, launch my own design firm in the midst of the recession.
Was that always a dream, though? And were you
was.
like, oh, I'd love to be a designer, but I should do something that's a little bit more like steady paycheck?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, the forensic evidence suggests that I was moving around furniture as early as like age 4 and 5 in my mom and dad's house.
Same.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. So I launched my website. And I waited for the phone to ring.
Right.
And no one called. So I realized, oh, I see. I had to actually go to the clientele versus the clientele coming to me.
And how do you do that? You just go out. I would just go out and have drinks with people, but then I would just be drunk and have no work. So how did you make it? How did you convert them to clients?
I went knocking on doors.
Really?
Like literally, I took out, well, back then we didn't have all the technology we have at this moment.
Right.
So I took out maps, those old school hearts,
paper.
the paper.
Right. You were like an explorer.
Right, with the magnifying glass and
what
checking it all out.
was it in? What town?
It was, we were looking at Grosse Pointe, Rochester Hills, Birmingham, Bloomfield Hills.
Okay, so you went to the fancy parts of
houses,
town with your map.
Yep.
And did you have swatches, or what were you going to show them?
I had a whole satchel filled with sketches and renderings and color boards that I had created for fictitious spaces. And I went and knocked on doors, and I knocked on 779 doors in the dead of winter during the recession to find my first client.
Oh my God, you're like the most determined Girl Scout ever. And how did it work? Did you get customers?
Well, it took 779 attempts.
Right.
Right. So I had a lot of doors slammed in my face. I had a few dogs let out on a few occasions to kind of chase me off the property.
Right.
In Michigan,
I'm not that aggressive. When someone comes and I don't want to see them, I just lay down on the floor, and then I go up to eye level by my door, which is leaded glass, and if I see a shadowy figure, I duck again.
Right.
Until I hear the gravel crunching, and I'm like, whew, because I'm usually in my underwear.
Right.
If I'm home, I'm in my underwear.
Yeah.
But then it worked.
It did.
And now you've been doing this, so that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, 12 years ago.
You're already on the AD 100. So I think that deserves a round of applause. That's incredible.
Thank you. Yeah.
So obviously it's been working out really well.
Yeah.
You have this new book called Design Remix.
Yes.
Tell me about the book.
Oh, we're very happy with the book. Design Remix is my love letter to my hometown, Detroit, although there's obviously homes that are not in Michigan that are featured in the book. We really wanted to do something very different, and my publisher, Rizzoli, was so supportive of the process. So Detroit, as you know, is the home of music. We have Motown, we have techno, and so I wanted to kind of pay homage to that, so we called it Design Remix.
Oh, I get it.
New spin,
yes.
right?
Yeah,
on traditional room.
Masterclass.
Yes.
I'm very curious about this because I've been seeing it online. So tell me what that platform is about.
So Masterclass is a very exciting platform that features great artists and talents like Martin Scorsese, Anna Wintour, Alicia Keys just did one.
Experts
and
teach you how to be amazing.
Right, how to cook, how to garden, how to do interior design. Kelly Wursler, our colleague, is
I saw
on the
hers.
platform too. Yeah, so it's just a really fun way to let people kind of get behind the scenes with different talents in different categories.
So, and that you subscribe to it.
Right.
And then how many hours of education? How much of you do we get? Like, is it 6 episodes?
For me, it's like, I think it's 15 different chapters, I think.
Oh, that's a lot of Corey.
But it's only like 2.5 hours.
Okay.
So a course may be like 5 minutes long. It's very concise and very
And
tight.
what do you talk about? Like
colors, textures, how to layer patterns,
Okay.
architectural details and motifs. We get into the business of interior design for those who are actually in the field.
Right.
We talk about space management and planning, scaling for furniture placement. It's a very techie, wonky class, and then we get into the emotions of design, like managing clients and disappointments, overcoming challenges.
All of it. Oh my gosh, it's an emotional roller coaster. I love it. I know My friend RuPaul has one.
Yes.
And I need to buy. And I think when you buy that service, you can take anybody's class,
Yes.
right?
You can bounce over from mine to Gordon Ramsay's.
Right.
Or check out Serena Williams has a class on there. So you can teach all kinds
I
of
need
things.
all of those.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at everything.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I wanted to ask you about, I have 2 more things.
Okay.
I know that when you become a famous AD 100 designer, then you start doing like licensing things.
Yes.
Where companies will say, hey, we want to collaborate with you, and you're doing an art collection with Left Bank.
Yeah.
So what is that?
So I did a collection of portraits of people with their mouths open.
Oh, okay.
Like different expressions like joy, anger, stress, horror, sorrow, and everyone, different genders, different races, different political and religious backgrounds.
Right.
But the one commonality is everyone's mouth is open.
Yeah, it's called Mouths Wide Open.
Mouths wide open, like eyes wide shut.
Right. I did a film with that same title I can't speak to right now. But that sounds very exciting. Can people buy that online?
Yeah. Yeah, and
Okay.
I think through Left Bank as well. So.
And direct, or it could be maybe on One Kings Lane or wherever you can buy
exactly.
direct to designer stuff. And then this one I'm very excited about. I know you worked on, was it the Kips Bay Show House?
Yeah.
And that's where I met you.
Yes.
Remember,
Yeah.
it was like 2 marches ago.
Yes.
I had on a cute outfit. You had on a cute outfit. You were in the dining room. I was in the dining room. It was a dining room, right?
Well, I had the dining room this year. I had the ladies' library, and when we met in 2019.
Oh, of course it was a ladies' library.
Yeah.
Tell people what the show house concept is, and how do they pick you, and how does it work, and then who gets the house when it's done?
Right. Those are great questions. So the show house is all about raising funds for boys and girls in the Bronx of New York City.
Okay, the Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the more fantastical and crazy and over the top the rooms are, the more people want to come through, tour them. They bring their moms and their friends, and they spend more money, and then we raise literally millions of dollars to help keep these kids off the streets in good after-school programs and giving them a real pathway towards a better future. My current dining room concept for Kips Bay is going on right now. I drape the entire room, Carson, in about 450 yards of shantung. So if you need like bedspreads or table napkins, come find me.
Right.
'Cause I have like a lifetime supply of shantung right now.
Yeah, that's silk. So
Yes,
it's probably very delicate.
It's pretty.
And it probably costs like $1 million to like do that room. But
I'll give it to you at a very steep discount.
I love a deal. I love a deal. Well, give it up, everybody, for Corey Damen Jenkins. Check out his masterclass. Check out his book, Remix. And check out all of his beautiful show house work. And what's your Instagram?
At Corey Damen Jenkins.
Perfect. Give it up for Corey, everybody. Welcome back to Couched, everybody. Our next guest is a design superstar. She's also a mom of 5. She's been featured in House Beautiful, Veranda, Traditional Home, and the Wall Street Journal. And she has a new book. It's right here, House Dressing: Interiors for Colorful Living by Janie Molster. It just came out. So I think Janie's here. So Janie, come on out. Oh my gosh, look how glamorous. Hello, hello. Have a seat. I should give you a proper greeting. You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
I love it. You have no shoes on.
Oh my God, you saw. I was trying to hide.
No, I love it. It's such a great combo because your dress is so elegant.
Yeah.
And then you have like bohemian jewelry, and I feel like the no shoes was on purpose.
Well, you're the fashionista, so okay. I feel good. I forgot my shoes, but you gave me permission.
Oh
so.
my God, no, you look, how great does Janie look, everybody? You're a vision in smoked orchid.
Well, and you are too.
I know, yeah, we're doing like a plum story.
Yes.
Let's talk about your new book, because it's right here. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I mean, that is such an accomplishment to create a book. That's a big deal. How long did this take? How did it happen? Tell me everything.
they said, we need a book, we'd like it in 6 months.
Right.
And I
Oh,
guess,
wow, that's quick.
Yeah, and so most of them are typically 2 years.
Right.
And so I thought, if I have 6 months, I'll do it in 6 months. If I have 2 years, I'll drag it out to 2 years.
Right,
so
right.
we sort of, accelerated the speed and went for it, and it was an all-in sort of situation.
Right.
Not much else happened but the book for a while, but now it's done, and I didn't have to wait so long. So
Right,
I love
and
it.
it's gorgeous. I read the book last night.
Thank you.
And
Thank
Janie
you.
earlier was like, you read it? I'm like, well, there's only 7 pages of like text. It's a lot of pictures.
Yeah, it's a picture book.
And they're
that's
so
right.
gorgeous. And I gleaned so much great information. And I think what's so great about this is, yeah, there are lots of books out there, but there's no book about your vibe.
Right.
So it's very, very personal. It's projects that you've worked on all over, including, which was my favorite, was your own home.
Yeah.
Which I love because it's so bright and vibrant, and it has a lot of modern stuff, but it's really anchored in like traditional. You're a Southern lady, right?
I am. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I was born and raised in North Carolina, so I've kept my footprint sort of tight. Southerners are all about nurturing and about home.
Right.
And
I feel like they invented interior design.
well, they are obsessed with home and things. So we do have to, remember the word edit when I get into some of those projects.
Right.
But no, I think it's translatable to every region, every culture, and I think everybody wants home to embrace. And
Right.
so, but yes, I was taught that at a very young age, to your point about being Southern.
Yeah, I think, gracious living and having
Yes.
china and having silver and
Yes.
having pattern and,
And
having
using
color.
using it, not just having
Yeah.
it in the pantry, right?
And what you said, which I love, is that it's chic and it's fashionable, but it's also very livable with for a family. You have 5 kids.
Yes. The one we're looking at is a fabulous project that I love. That's a design show house that I did, but I feel like that is my house because, when a show house comes along, you do exactly what you want to. You are the client.
Right.
So this speaks to very much what I'm drawn to, which is, a little bit of an edge, but I'm also extremely feminine, and I'm also, I'm sort of a girly girl. So
Same. I feel like we're the same person.
We are.
I decorate like that
yes, I
too,
know.
though, because what I love is that it's grounded in tradition.
Yes.
You have symmetry and you have beautiful draperies, but then you have a bright lime green sofa.
Yeah.
And I love a novelty sofa myself.
I know that. I see that.
It just makes it look so modern and fresh, and it's very, very fun,
Yeah,
and it has
it is.
spirit. And are you professionally, did you go to design school?
No, and I never wanted to be a designer. I wanted to be an English teacher, which is why I did love writing the 7 pages so much.
No, and it's very well written, I might add.
I was just in denial. I knew this is what I should have done. I just thought I should, try something
I don't know
else.
why we do. Why do
we
you
do that? I don't
resist
know.
so much?
I think that I don't know why, but it definitely, whenever I talk to people, young people, and mentoring.
Thank you for looking at me when you said young
Talking
people.
about him, of course. I'm always like, just dive into whatever you're thinking about right then, because you're going to be so many different people by the end of it all, and just sort of listen to yourself. And, I know we're all thinking about the big dollar bill, but listen to your heart and figure out a way to make money following your heart. And I was maybe not doing that. So I got a kick from some girlfriends.
Yeah, it was probably like, safe and a salary and like an English teacher, but this is way more fun.
Way more fun.
I think we have a great picture of your family.
No,
Let's
oh,
bring
yeah,
that.
they're
Now, is
all my
that
people.
your whole group?
Yeah, that's my.
Those are all relatives of yours.
Most of those people are offspring of mine, I think.
Wow, you have been busy.
I know, I have been.
There's the baby. Thank you.
Yeah, we have a baby.
Where
here
is that? Looks like
too.
you're at the
I know.
beach.
We are. We vacation down in the Outer Banks of North Carolina and have forever. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's an Outer Banks TV show on
I
Netflix.
know.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Every single one. I watch with my daughter.
It's so good. I love it. It's like Scooby-Doo for adults. It's the best.
Completely agree.
Well, I want to thank you so much for being here.
You're
I want
amazing.
everybody to go out and get House Dressing by Janie, and you can probably get it anywhere, Amazon. I know there's a fabulous bookstore here that I saw this in, and I said, I'm going to have that lady on my show. So you'll have to sign this for me before you leave. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Give it up for Janie Molster, everybody.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that was so jazzy. Thank you, Cookie and Co. All right, now it's time for a pop quiz. We've got our two amazing guests, Janie Molster and Corey Damen Jenkins, joining us for what we like to call Pop Quiz. And I know you're saying to yourself, and our guests are too, because I didn't tell them what was happening, how does this work? What are we doing? Well, I'm going to tell you. In this game, the teachers, aka the masters, become the students in this exciting design pop quiz. Corey and Janie, we are reversing the roles of these design superstars to now become the students. The two designers will have a chance to answer a series of design questions and buzz in, right here, these work, look.
Ooh,
yeah, just
okay.
like Family Feud. Oh, I just want to make sure they're both working. You'll have a chance to buzz in and answer these design questions. And I don't know what you win. We'll think of something, probably some swatches. And we're going to start right now. Let the pop quiz begin.
Let's do it.
All right, our first question. And you can buzz in at any time. Parquet is a type of what?
Wooden flooring.
Yes, Janie. Okay, you have 1 point.
Good.
Our next question. What are the dimensions of a king-size bed?
Am I?
Yeah, you
okay.
can guess. A, B, or C?
It is B.
80 inches long and 76 inches wide. That's correct. That's correct. All right. Next question. What percentage of remodelers hire an interior designer in the U.S.? Is it A, 1%? Janie?
Taking a guess,
Oh.
but I think it is 1%.
Okay, the guess is 1%, choice B is 7%, and choice C is 89%. The correct answer is B, 7%. Corey gets the point. Yay. That's a really low number. We have to work on that.
Yeah, I know it's low. Yeah.
All right. Which room do homeowners spend the most money on? Oh, God, that was like a tie, but I think you were 1 second quicker.
I'm happy to. I would say they spend the most money in the kitchen.
Okay, the choices are A, kitchen, B, living room, C, powder room. And the answer is, audience, do you have any guesses? Kitchen. It is the kitchen, yeah. I never use that room, but I guess people like them.
Yeah, if you cook.
Yeah, I store shoes in my oven. But I live in New York, so my kitchen's like literally as big as this table. All right, question number 6. How many hours do people spend in their bedroom over a lifetime? Corey.
I'm gonna say B, 75%.
75%. The answers are either A, 50%, B, 75, or C, 25. Oh, those people are insomniacs. The answer's A, it's 50%.
Oh wow, I was close.
Yeah, half of their time they're in their bedroom. I don't know what they're doing in there. Janie. She has a lot of kids, I'm just saying. Pop quiz, what is the difference between counter height and bar height? Answer A, bar is lower than counter. Answer B, bar is higher than counter. Answer C, they're the same. Janie.
It's B.
It's
Bar
B.
is higher than counter.
Absolutely. I didn't even have to look at that one. I spent a lot of time at bars. And that's right, so you get another point. Okay, now question 10 is worth quadruple points, so you could catch up.
Okay.
I'm just saying. But question 9, what size rug works best under a queen size bed? Is it 8 by 10, 5 by 8, or 12 by 15?
I'll venture, I would use a 12 by 15 under a queen size bed.
Oh, I feel like this one's very personal,
Yeah.
and you would depends how much rug you want.
Yeah, I would go by 8 by 10.
8 by 10 is the correct answer, according to the experts that we surveyed.
Yeah.
We polled 100 people.
Okay.
Oh no, that's Family Feud. We didn't do that much work, actually. And this is question number 10, worth quadruple points. What is shagreen? Corey Damen Jenkins.
B, the skin of a shark.
Absolutely correct. Let me quickly do the tabulations. Janie is our winner, everybody. Roy, tell Janie what she's won.
A trip to
High Point, North Carolina. All right, that's it for Couched, everybody. I want to say thank you to our audience for coming. Thank you to our amazing guests, Janie Molster and Corey Damen Jenkins. Check them out online, buy their books, check out their designs. I want to say thank you, and we'll see you next time on The Couch.